I'm Jordan Rosengarten, personal trainer, failing open mic comedian. I'm gonna learn how to be funny from New York City's top comedians in exchange for me teaching them how to be fit. I'm gonna learn what's going on in their minds while training their bodies. This is Last Set.
So today we got Kerryn Feehan. You can find her on Comedy Central. Roast Battle.
I was on TLC, My Big Fat Fabulous Life.
Yes, and now she's with us here, and we are gonna get fit, and I'm gonna get funny. So you're gonna start off like this.
Okay.
You're gonna balance, you're gonna come all the way down.
Yeah, okay.
And up like that, okay?
All right.
Really using your quads. So you wanna come wider than that, a wider stance?
I'm going, don't yell.
No, that's all right. Nice.
1 out of what, 5?
2 million, good. Where were you born? Like, where are you from?
From Massachusetts. I grew up in Marshfield, which is near Plymouth, where our forefathers landed.
Oh. Where did you decide, like, all right, comedy is gonna be a thing where I'm gonna do this as a career, or?
I went to college for acting. I went to Marymount Manhattan, and I got cast in this play. It was only 5 minutes the first night, and it was like, oh my God, this is what I was born to do. I'm incredible at this.
Right.
And then the next night, it was like, okay. It was like good, you know, but like not the same as the night before.
Right.
And that's when I had to decide, like, oh, do you want to try? Do you kind of want to try at this?
Do you think of something funny and say, okay, here's the seed of a joke, write it down in a notebook, or like what's your process like?
I can never like sit down and be like, what's funny today? It
Right.
has to happen to me in the moment, and I have to have the presence of mind to write it down.
1, excellent, relax. Take 30 seconds, we get that again.
I'm having so much fun. I love working out. It's so easy and breezy. Being a comic is exhausting, and like having those energy reserves from like working out. I like to work out in the morning.
Right.
It helps me stay up late. It helps me do like 6 spots. Like I host a lot.
Right.
So that's like up and down for like an hour and a half, like 2 hours. And it's having that energy to tap into and not needing drugs or booze to like get you there. It's helpful. It affects your mental health. Like comics, we need to get up and like feed that awful narcissistic thing that we all have.
Right.
And if we can't do that, we don't have that outlet of expression. It's just like we crawl inside our own minds and become destructive. I do anyway.
Right. Push right through here. Squeeze. Good. 1. Nice.
I do some vocal warm-ups. I do this before I go on stage every single time. 3 circles, both directions. I mean, we talk about stand-up being a muscle, right, that you have to work out, but it's like your mouth is also a physical muscle too. That
Right.
like your brain will get ahead of your mouth, and next thing you know, you're like tripping over words. But if you get your tongue ready and agile, you won't do that. You know, so many women left the workplace.
That's crazy. So many women left me also.
You should say so many women left my place.
My place, okay.
So many women left the workplace as of late.
So many women left my place. Was that natural? No.
Pretty good.
Staying in shape like helps your mental health, but like in what ways do you find that it helps you being creative and stuff?
Well, I'm a raging alcoholic, so I haven't had a drink in 3 years, but like that like adrenaline rush and just cleansing that you get from a workout,
Yeah.
it just really keeps my mood elevated so that I don't feel sad or feel like I need to drink. And then when I'm surrounded by alcoholic comedians, I feel very self-righteous, like I'm way better than them.
Interesting.
Because they have to drink to be interesting, but I don't.
So you don't drink anymore?
No. I have a
good.
tattoo that says "Don't serve me."
It's amazing.
For the first like 2 years I did stand-up, I was just in a blackout, and like open mics would be like, hey, you have to buy 2 beers. I'm like,
Right.
I was gonna do that anyway.
At what point were you like, okay, this is not how the path I want to go down? Or like, where'd you reassess?
I just kept putting roadblocks in that path. Like I would be getting banned from clubs and not even know. I would like find out like, well, you were a monster here the night before. I'm like, what? I thought we had a great time. It was making everything harder than it needed to be for me.
Right.
I just needed to like clear away those obstacles so I could like focus. I shaved my pits for this.
Nice.
Fitness.
I did not.
It's part of it.
You're gonna push off at doing a glute bridge. And
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
This is sexual, Jordan.
I know. This is why we're doing it. 1, 2, 6 or something.
Why do
7.
I feel like you should be paying me for this?
You didn't know I was dyslexic, did you? You were younger. Were you just like quick at just like coming with like comebacks or things like that?
Yeah, I was always pretty good at hurting people's feelings and finding their weaknesses and exploiting them pretty quickly.
So you do what I do, but you do it in comedy. I do it in fitness. I'm like, this is your weakness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Exactly.
Got
and
it.
then you just hammer it till they cry.
In terms of like hosting, that's like a whole other animal.
The host is the unsung hero of the entire comedy scene. No, a good host can make the show so much better, and a bad host can ruin the show. It makes you work out that crowd work muscle. If a crowd isn't responding to material, you have to get under their skin somehow.
You're able to kind of work a room. Where do you think that comes from? Is it just
Very confident that I'm a funny person.
Right.
And I just go in I'm funnier than these fucking finance bros who came to see me. I know that.
Right.
What comic book store do you work at, Chad? Even if you're close with pinning a person, if it's close enough, the crowd's gonna give it to you, especially if it looks like you just came up with it.
you have someone fuck up your set and you're like, okay, I'm on a roll here.
Yeah.
And I'm not savvy enough to do crowd work.
They're almost always going to embarrass themselves.
Right.
A lot of times I'll let them bomb.
Right.
You can just let the silence do the work for you.
Right.
Let them heckle. Look at everyone else and be like, wow, that was really worth it, huh? 9 times out of 10, they're not in their right minds. You can see it's nuts.
When you go on stage, people say like, wow, you're a good-looking woman, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're being judged before you open your mouth?
My opening joke 99% of the time is, hey, my name's Kerryn. I am a declining 8. So that sort of gets people on my side because it's kind of self-deprecating.
Right.
Valentine's Day night's a tough night for me because it's all couples. So if I look even a little bit hot, the girl's like, why are you laughing at her? It's
Right.
She's paid to make me laugh. I paid her to make me laugh.
In terms of something that I've been doing a lot today, bombing. It's bad enough when you're going up there looking like we do because we're basically specimens,
Yep.
But you're going up there and you already look attractive, and they're saying "fuck you,"
Yeah.
and then they don't think you're funny. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna take my shirt off. I don't know. We're just gonna end it like that. One more. Nice. How'd that feel?
If you build it, they will come. Get it?
What do you think the future of comedy is in terms of do you think more comedians are just going to do podcasts and not stand up? Because I feel like it's a different kind of experience, but you get to see a comedian in a different kind of light.
There's a big difference between having somebody watch your podcast on YouTube for an hour than holding a crowd's attention with jokes for an hour. It's a lot harder. So I don't know. I'm hoping that stand-up, real stand-up, continues to exist in its natural art form. Comics hate to admit it, but podcasting is just fucking improv.
Right.
Just improv.
So Kerryn, where can people find you?
This is a great time to tell you to subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
No,
you're really on OnlyFans.
I am on OnlyFans.
Okay.
Eminem 6969 I think is the name, but I keep hiding it. Follow me on Instagram at Kerryn Feehan, Twitter at KFreehands. Subscribe to my YouTube page where you can find my podcast and my cartoon, Kerryn Sucks. Oh, that was good.
All right, Kerryn.
Hey!
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jordan.